and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Sammy of Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
All right, we're back. Another episode, Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. What episode are we up to? 100 and what?
136 maybe?
Whatever. Something like that. Yeah. This one we got a special guest, our buddy Steve Tabilio from Seems Like Tuesday. And we're doing a three-way record rumble with Dokken, Under Lock and Key, Motley Crue's Theater of Pain, and Ratt's Invasion of Your Privacy. I think they all of them came out the same year, like 85, right?
85. They all came out. They all came out in 85.
Yeah.
So let's go through the rules for the record rumble. This one's always fun. We pit each album against each album, but we don't go from track one versus track one versus track one while you're. So
yeah, I know I'm doing the same thing right now.
Get the phlegm out. So the way we do it like the Royal Rumble would be. You know what I mean? You don't know who's coming out. So track 5 could go against track 4, could go against track 3. So you never know what's going to come out. So we have Dokken, Under Lock and Key, which is going to be the white chips, versus Motley Crue, Theater Pain, which is the red chips, versus the blue chips, Ratt, Invasion of Your Privacy. And what happens was whoever wrote for what gets chipped. There's 3 chips in here. There's 4 of us. So I have 10 chips on the side. There's 10 tracks on each. And here we go. Coming in the gate. Dokken. We're looking at track number 10. Track number 10 for Dokken is Till the Living End. All right. Versus Motley Crue. Theater of Pain. Track number 5, which is Home Sweet Home, versus Ratt, Invasion of Your Privacy. Coming up. Track number 1. You're in Love. Stevie, Till the Living End, Dokken. Motley Crue, Home Sweet Home. Ratt, You're in Love. Which you'll pick?
I'm going to have to go Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Home.
Best track on that record. You're in Love would come in like, obviously number 2. Till the Living End, I got that rated as the worst song on Under Lock and Key, in my opinion.
I agree. Definitely agree.
I think you got to go with Home Sweet Home. Tommy Lee with the piano in the beginning, great guitar solo. You know, the ballad of that metal, era. I'm gonna have to go with that. Home Sweet Home.
Stevie, Home Sweet Home. Damiano, what you got?
Man, that Dokken song I didn't even remember. I had to go back and listen. Had to go back and listen to that one. So that was definitely out. Home Sweet Home and You're in Love. That's a tough one. I like You're in Love. It's definitely not my favorite, but Home Sweet Home is like the quintessential power ballad. So, and I actually rated these songs too, like 10 being the best, and I gave it a perfect 10. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's clearly the best.
Yeah.
All right, so Damien, Home Sweet Home. Mike D, what you got?
Definitely Home Sweet Home. I mean, it's played out, it's heard so many times, but it just crushes those other 2.
Okay, it's for me, these fucking goggles I got because I can't see on the fucking paper. It's all crooked. I look like a bad Bubba Ray Dudley right now. Yeah, I mean the Dokken song, forgettable. I don't even remember that either. Home Sweet Home, fantastic song. You're in Love is one of my favorite songs on this Ratt record, and I gave them both a 10. I really did. But I got to go with Home Sweet Home. Home Sweet Home.
Yeah.
All 4.
That's great. That was a great video, too.
Great video.
Yeah, it was.
Great video.
Great video. All right, guys. Round 3. Dokken comes up with track number 6. It's Not Love. Versus Motley's track number 2, which is Smoking in the Boys' Room. Versus Ratt, track number 2, which is Never Use Love. What you got, Stevie?
All right, I'm gonna go with It's Not Love. I got that rated higher than the others. That has every, I guess, cliche metal thing that could happen in the song. Got the metal idiot screams at the end. You know, it's got like the big pound. It's not love. You know, it's got the
breakdown,
football team vocals. Yeah, all that. You know, all that. A great guitar solo. Again, remember the video on the flatbed truck? Sort of. Thought it was cool driving through Los Angeles. I'm gonna go with that. Smoking in the Boys' Room. I thought that was actually not cool at the time, but looking back at it, I thought was a decent cover version of it. That was my second best song off Theater of Pain. And Never Use Love was never a real big fan of that song. So I think It's Not Love. I gotta go with the football team vocals.
One for Dokken. Damo.
Yeah, It's Not Love is I gave that, I think that's the best song on the record. I actually ranked that, gave it a 10. Smoking in the Boys' Room, I'm really sick of. I don't need to ever hear that song ever again. And Never Use Love I actually really like, but I like It's Not Love the best, so it's an easy one.
Dokken gets a chip. Mike D.
Same here with me, man. Easy pick for me, going with Dokken.
Mike, easy. Dokken. Smoking in the Boys' Room was a huge song for them. It's a good cover. It was a huge song for them. I gave that an 8. The Ratt song, I gave a 5. Didn't really do much for me. But
yeah, I gave it a 5 also.
Yes, yeah. It's Not Love.
I gave it an 8.
It's Not Love got a 10 for me. I love It's Not Love. I think it's a great fucking song. Dokken gets the sweep. That's 4 for Dokken. Yeah. All right. Next one. Dokken, track number 7, A Jaded Heart. Versus Motley, track number 8, which is Save Our Souls. Versus Ratt. Ratt is track number 6. Track number 6 for Ratt is Between the Eyes.
All right. I'm going to have to go with Dokken again. I just think that's the best album of the 3, I think. I'm just keep on.
Oh, come on. You're giving it away early.
You're giving it away early, huh?
No, I just do. I think that's a better. I got that higher ranked than anything else on with the other 2. Again, I'm gonna have to go with Dokken.
Dokken, Jaded Heart gets 1. Damiano.
Yeah, Jaded Heart, I thought it was a decent song. I don't really remember much about it. Like nothing really stuck out for me. Save Our Souls, I always like that drum intro. Thought that was a cool
boom, boom, da 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 da. Yeah, let's go.
But the song was okay. And between the Eyes, I love that Ratt album, and that just got like a cool, kind of like sexy feel to it, you know, cool groove to it. So definitely, for me, Between the Eyes.
Wow, Ratt gets on board. All right, Mike D.
This is a tough one, man. I'm like teetering between Ratt and Dokken on this one.
Really?
I mean, it's not a memorable song off that album for me. Between the Eyes, I remember that one. So I'm going with Ratt on this one.
Wow, Mike comes in with a. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that from Mike. Mike comes in with,
I mean,
Ratt. Wow.
Yeah, it was a tough decision.
Unpredictable Mike. Nice. I really like Jaded Heart. I like that song a lot. I like Jaded Heart a lot. I do like Save Our Souls. You know, I do like that. The Ratt song, yeah, not much for me on the Ratt song. I'm going to go with Jaded Heart. I like that. I think it's the best ballad on the record. Okay. Dokken, track 9, Will the Sun Rise? The old Motley Crue. Track number 9, Raise Your Hands to Rock. And the Rats. The Rats, track number 5, Closer to My Heart. What you got, Stevie?
I'm gonna go with Ratt here.
All right.
I got it ranked higher than the rest. Decent Ratt song. I mean, obviously Warren DeMartini, great guitar solo in every song. Will the Sunrise? I only had it at like a 6. And Raise Your Hands to Rock. I was never a big fan of that song, so I'm gonna go with Ratt here.
Ratt gets another one. Ratt making a little comeback here. Damiano.
Will the Sunrise? That's like a kind of like a forgettable song.
Yeah.
On that one. So definitely not that. Raise Your Hands to Rock is probably one of the worst Motley Crue songs ever. I gave that a 4.5 and I was being really generous.
We give it a 4.5 because Tommy Lee's playing drums.
Yeah.
Right. Anyone else would have got a 0.5 just because it's a song. Yeah. So, and then Closer to My Heart is probably, well, it's not my least favorite. It is a good song, but I really do like that Ratt album. But that one just wins by default. So,
well, another one for Ratt, Mike D.
I didn't think I'd be going down this path either, but I'm giving another one to Ratt here.
Wow.
Look at Mike.
Well, guess what? We'll make it official.
And I'm not even a huge fan of Ratt. Like it's,
I know. It's unpredictable. We're going to make it a sweep. I'm going Ratt also.
There you go.
How about that? That's a cool ballad.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's one of the few songs I have. That's like
that. They don't have too many ballad stuff.
No,
not at all. All right, so Dokken. Here we come. Track number 2, The Hunter. Motley. Track number 6, Tonight. We Need a Lover Tonight. Track number 6, Ratt. Track number 8, which is Got Me on the Line. What you got, Stevie?
I'm gonna go with the Hunter. Dokken again.
Dokken.
Even though the Motley Crue song was one of the higher rankings on that record that I had of their material on that stuff, I just think the Hunter's a better song. Ratt, I had that at like a 5, that tune. So I'm gonna go with the Hunter. Good vocals, good guitar solo.
All right, we got another one for Dokken. Damien.
Yeah, this was an easy pick. I'm going with the Hunter too. It's a good like second song on an album too. Like it's a good follow up to the opening track. Tonight we Need a Lover was okay, and what was the other one?
Got Me on the Line for Ratt.
Yeah, I like that one, but the Hunter's clearly the best of the 3.
Dokken, another one. Mike D.
Dokken.
And let's make that 4. The Hunter's a great song. Dokken.
It's a sweep.
Go.
Another sweep. A lot of sweeps here.
We're running away with this.
That's 2 sweeps for Dokken there.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Dokken. Track 4, Slipping Away. The
ballad.
Yeah. Motley Crue, Louder Than Hell. And Stephen Pearcy and Company. Track number 7, What You Give Is What You Get. What you got, Steve?
I'm gonna go with Motley Crue on this one.
Motley gets a point.
I have it rated higher than the rest. Slipping Away was just I don't know. It seemed like the filler of that album, I think.
Yep.
Now, not a bad ballad, but like you could do without. And the Ratt tune, what that song did you say that was?
Got
What
me
you
on
give
the
is
line.
what you get.
Oh, what you give is what you get. I'm sorry. Yeah, what you give is what you get.
I mean, I have that at a 7.5. But I had the other one rated higher. So I'm gonna go with the Crue on that one.
Motley Crue gets a point. Damian.
Yeah, that Dokken song I had rated as the worst on that
Mhm.
record. So definitely not that. Louder Than Hell, I do like it a lot. But I like What You Give Is What You Get more. So that's my pick. It's actually one of my favorites on that record.
You went with Ratt?
8.5, yeah.
Damian with Ratt. Mike D.
I'm going to go with Motley on this one.
Mike D goes with Louder Than Hell. I gave the Dokken a 5.5. It was filler. It was okay. I mean, anything Dokken does is usually pretty decent. But I gave it a 5.5. Like Steve, I gave What You Give Is What You Get a 7.5. I gave the same exact rating, but it gets outkicked by Louder Than Hell. I love that song. 8.5. Motley. All right.
I think the best vocal performance of the three is probably the worst tune, which is the Dokken tune.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you were matching vocals, obviously, Don Dokken.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'd win hands down on every
yeah.
song. Yeah.
All right. Track number 3, Dokken. In My Dreams versus Motley. Track 4, Keep Your Eye on the Money versus Ratt. Ratt, track number 3, Lay It Down. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
This is a tough one.
That's a tough round right there.
This is a tough one.
All right, because here's what's weird. I have Lay It Down as a 10 as far as Ratt's concerned. You know, I haven't, if I'm just doing the record here, I have that as the highest ranking on the record. Love the riff in the beginning.
Yes.
I also have In My Dreams as a 10. I think that's the best song on that record. Again, quite a set that he does the toms, the screaming, the harmony vocals, great guitar solo.
Yeah.
What was the Motley Crue song?
Keep your eye on the
forgettable. Keep your eye on the money.
Yeah, I could do with that. I'm gonna have to go with Dokken again, even though I liked Ratt. It's right there. I'm gonna go with the vocals and the harmony over the Ratt song. I'm going with Dokken.
Gets a point. Damian.
Sounds like I'm a huge Dokken fan.
Yeah, Dokken.
Yeah, rocking with Dokken. Yeah, In My Dreams, I gave that an 8.5. Keep Your Eye on the Money, I was never really too crazy about it. I gave that a 6. Lay It Down, I gave that was like a clear-cut 10.
Yeah.
And so I got to go with that.
Ratt, Lay It Down. Mike D.
This is tough, man. I'm going to go with Dokken on this one.
Mike D.
Motley Crue didn't have a chance, but
I think this is the toughest one so
this
far.
is the toughest one so far.
Yeah.
Like Steve, I gave the Motley song a 7. I'm surprised I gave it that much. I gave it a 7. In My Dreams is a definite 10, and Lay It Down is a definite 10. I'm gonna go with Ratt. It's just a tough pick, man. I mean, In My Dreams is a huge Dokken song. I'm gonna go with Ratt. I'm gonna go with the upset there. I think. Well, I don't know if it's an upset, but I'm gonna go with Ratt.
It's pretty even.
Yeah,
close.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's close. Dokken, Unchain the Night. Versus Motley Crue, City Boy Blues. Versus Ratt, Dangerous but Worth the Risk.
Oof. Okay. Don't like that song from Ratt. City Boy Blues, never really liked that either. And I actually like Unchained the Night. So I'm gonna go with Dokken again.
Dokken gets the point. Damiano.
Yeah, this one's pretty easy. Definitely the Dokken, Unchained the Night. I love that intro, that guitar little guitar intro before it kicks in.
Mike D. Oh,
Yeah, man. Another easy one. You put Dokken down for me already, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, how could it not be the Dokken song? Dokken.
I think with them, right? Every album had really good songs.
Yeah.
They really knew how to craft a song together. Plus, you had George Lynch. Every solo was always great. They had the harmonies with Jeff Pilson. You know, Dokken sounds good in every song, where like Steve Percy necessarily doesn't sound good in every song. Vince Neil doesn't sound good in every. So it's weird. It's like they're getting a lot of picks from me, but I just think they're the stronger band, I think. But
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. We got 2 left. Dokken, track number 8, Don't Lie to Me. Motley, track 7, Use It or Lose It. Ratt, track 4, Give It All. What you got, Stevie?
ooh. All right. I'm going to go with Dokken again. I think it's the better song. Use It or Lose It, I would put second, and then that Ratt tune, I'd obviously put that last. But I'm going to go with Dokken again.
All right, Stevie goes with Dokken. Point for Dokken. Damien.
Yeah, man, a lot of those Dokken songs, I mean, I don't remember. Like, I can't tell you how that song goes. And I know the album really
Don't
well.
lie to me.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Don't lie to me, lie to me. That
I was going through it. I was listening to it today, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember, but it's definitely not that one. Use It or Lose It is just a fucking awful song. I can't. And Give It All, man. I love it just because I think the guitar riff is cool. So I'm with Ratt.
All right, Ratt's got a pick. Mike D.
I feel like 3 unmemorable songs here, but I mean, that Dokken was just produced so well, and it was just, I'm going with Dokken again on this one.
Dokken. All right, I want to be the odd guy out. I think Don't Lie to Me is produced definitely way better, but Use It or Lose It, I kind of get a kick out of that one. I'm going to go with Motley for that one. All right, last one, guys. Dokken, Lightning Strikes Again. Verse. Where the hell's the Motley song? Fight for Your Rights. And the Ratt song. You Should Know By Now.
Wow. I'm going to go with Dokken again. I mean, I got to be honest here. I want to pick something else, but again, I think that's the stronger tune. I got it rated higher. I'm just not a big fan of that Motley Crue record. I thought, honestly, that was a letdown to me. I love Too Fast for Love. Love Shout at the Devil. Besides Home Sweet Home, I was like, the whole record didn't do much for me. And then Ratt, I liked Out of the Cellar more than I liked Invasion of Your Private.
Me too.
So, but Dokken, every album, tooth and nail, and they're all decent records from start to finish. Nothing really was bad to me. I'm going to go with Dokken again.
Stevie, Dokken.
Wild Mick Brown.
Mick Brown.
Wild Mick.
Wild
Mick. You can't just say Mick, Dave.
It's Wild Mick.
Yeah. It doesn't have the same luster.
Lightning Strikes Again. I gave that a 6. Ratt, You Should Know By Now. I gave that a 5 as the worst song on that record, in my opinion. And this is crazy, but I gave Fight for Your Rights an 8.5 as the second best song on that record. I think I just liked it, the how it's so juvenile, but if I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, or whatever, that would probably be like easily like my favorite song. It's like so rebellious and everything.
Well, you're looking at it from a
right. Well,
right.
It came out in 85. So how old were you?
I was 8. Yeah, I was.
There you go. It's exactly right in that bracket, right in the time range.
So, fight for your right. Yeah.
All right.
Fight for your rights. There you go.
Mike D.
Yeah, man, another easy pick for me. We're going with the Dokken again.
Okay.
Mike
D.
Dokken. Mike D. D
all
stands for
three
Dokken.
all three songs are pretty bad. All three songs are pretty bad.
You know, it's fun. Like up until like maybe earlier this year, a couple years ago, I thought Dokken was like a Swedish band.
Yeah, right. With that name.
For some reason, I thought they were like, even their sound and everything. I thought they were like a foreign band.
Yeah, definitely like a European sound band.
Well, three bad songs. I'm gonna go with Motley just because it's Motley, but I really don't like any of them songs. That's it. So, before we tally them up, Steve, what do you think is going to be the winner of this one, or what would you pick?
Out of the three records, undoubtedly, I would say that Dokken's the better record. From a production point of view, from pretty much everything, I just think it's a better. I mean, I like the stuff Tommy Lee does on Theater of Pain. I really do. I thought it lost some of its guitar tone, the nastiness on that record it had on Shout at the Devil. I thought he lost some of that. Maybe it was too produced. And Ratt, I mean, I'm a big fan of Warren DeMartini. I thought Out of the Cellar had better tunes. So I'm going to say that Dokken has the best material as far as these albums are concerned, and I also believe that they're going to win this thing. That's my opinion.
What do you got, Damien?
Well, I rated each song, and I averaged. I have an average out, so I'm looking at my score, and the Ratt and Dokken are pretty close. But I had Dokken as my. Or not Dokken, Ratt as my pick.
Mike D.
So I had as my pick Dokken, who I thought was going to win. I thought Motley Crue, which is probably I'm thinking the least votes in this one. I thought they were going to squeak out the win.
And who was your pick? Dokken, though, right?
Dokken, yeah.
My pick would have been Dokken. I think the Dokken record's the best record out of all three. It would have probably been Dokken, Motley, and then the Ratt record. But the Ratt record, the songs I like on it, I love. Like them two songs are just great. You know, what do you call that? You're in Love and Lay It Down, man. Two great songs that I still like today.
Yeah, I really like all those Ratt records. I love the guitar riffs were great. I really like the feel and the swing to some of the songs, and stephenpearcy had like a cool attitude the way he sung. And definitely
he's got a different style. He's got a different style. He's in an Ozzy category where he sounds like himself. Joe Elliott sounds like himself. You know, he
is what I would say he has a character voice.
Yes.
He isn't like a bona fide good singer.
Right. Yeah.
He has a niche. And
he like meows his way through a lot of stuff.
The same thing with Vince Neil. I mean, they had that certain thing that made them identifiable, and they got away with what they did. And there was a certain snarl and an attitude that they're singing. But I mean, you couldn't let them sing, The Greatest Love of All. I don't think it would sound good. Where a Dokken, I think you could. I think if Dokken can actually sing, like
easily
or something like that.
So coming in for the numbers, the tally, who wins the record rumble? Ratt comes in at third with 9 points. Motley Crue, Theater of Pain, coming in with 11 points. Dokken, Under Lock and Key, a strong 20 points.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of 40 possible points, Dokken gets 20.
Dokken gets all the chips.
He ran away.
Yeah.
Okay. I was surprised.
Album cover. I love the album cover. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's got the weird little key with the fire. It's just got them wearing the weird outfits.
I'd probably go with Theater of Pain as the better.
That's a cool album cover. And Invasion of Privacy's got the hot chick.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
that's cheesy though. So I mean,
yeah, but I was loving it back then. I'm
20
still loving it.
Man. Come on.
Is that who that is again?
Yeah.
So wait, she was on the first Ratt album cover and the second?
Yeah. Well, she was
with
dated,
Percy, right?
Robin Crosby.
Okay.
She was getting the old bangaroo, from Robin Crosby.
Yeah, that she jumped ship to Coverdale.
I heard in between that she broke up with Crosby and started dating O.J. Simpson.
Right. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there was a story about.
She kind of lucked out there, I guess.
I kind of either read it or I seen it in
That's true. Yeah, I read that too.
That she was with him in a hood, like she still was seeing Robin Crosby, and O.J. Simpson was like pounding on the door, and Robin Crosby like shit himself. He was like, "Dude, this is O.J. Simpson. This dude's nuts.
That could have been him."
Big.
Wow.
Robin Crosby was as big as a football player.
Yeah, he was big.
I remember standing in that guy's presence, and like, we were hanging out, and they walked into the hotel, and that guy's big, man. He was like, linebacker size. His head was like this big. He looked like a wrestler, like Big John Studd, kind of,
Yeah.
So, I mean, with his size, I wouldn't be intimidated by too many people, but I guess if O.J. Simpson was in such a rage, obviously you see what he did with that rage, right? I guess.
Right.
And this is probably back when he was still in his
right. He might have been all
form,
roided up or whatever back then. But she was seeing him, and then went to OJ, but yet was still seeing Robin Crosby, and I think both fizzled, and then she wound up with
David Coverdale.
Yeah.
And then somewhere I think didn't she end up with Chuck Finley,
the
baseball player?
They were married. I think they had kids.
Yeah. He said she was a real kook.
Yeah.
Not shit crazy, like real kook. You know what I mean? Like something's really wrong.
Yeah. So before we wrap up here, I did my DJ debut last week at the Berlin Brewing Company. Seems like Tuesday played. It was a real good show, Steve. It was real good show, man. It was
check that out.
Place was busy. Place was busy and all. It was good.
People, I thought the night flowed very well. We had 5 acts up there.
Yeah.
I was running the whole thing, like pulling people on and off, and
that's a lot of work.
We had a crew, we had the doorman, we had the light guy, we had the sound man. So I was dealing with all that, plus trying to talk to the crowd. It was a lot of work, but I got to tell you, when that night was over, it was like a weight was off my shoulder.
Oh, I can
imagine. I was dealing with so many different, I was counting the money at the end, how many people bring, and trying to pay
Count the Monet.
Count the Monet.
Our roadie took a spill and busted his face wide open.
Oh. Yeah, who fell? Who's the one that fell?
Chris. He's one of the guys that helps. He's Chip's friend.
Oh yeah, I know Chris. Yeah.
When he was getting people on and off the stage, supposedly he tripped. He didn't see this like divider, like lip in the floor, and banged his head. His head was out like that. He got rushed to the hospital. Oh, shit. So all these things were happening, but the show went on. I mean, he's okay. He's a little concussed, but he's okay. But the show went great. We made good money, and I thought the lineup was really good. Everybody stuck to the schedule and all that stuff. So it was a good event for a place that doesn't usually have bands.
I thought, you know what? I thought we weren't sure what it was going to sound like, especially with having like 5 people up there at all. Because, I know you guys asked us to play. Damien couldn't do it. You asked us to do maybe the next one in January or February. So that should be cool,
Yeah, I'm going to wait till it's a little colder out, away from Christmas. We'll let people rebound from that financial disaster, and then we'll do something maybe the end of January, early February or something like that there. So I'll wait till it gets cold out, open the doors. It was a little hot in there. It was the only negative. Yeah. I don't think their AC can handle that many people.
It was good, though. It was smooth.
Yeah, it sounded real good. Soundman did a great job.
It started at a decent time. It didn't get over too late. I was home by 12:30, which is good.
That's a big thing for Albert.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't wear the
turns
cape.
into a pumpkin.
I didn't wear the cape.
He didn't wear the cape.
No top hat, no cane.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Did a good job though. I'm seeing and putting the songs on in between the bands and all. There wasn't like that where the song ends and there's like a minute and the guy's in the bathroom. And it's like a board in there. Like Al had the tunes right on. Bang, the Scorpions came on or whatever. Right away.
Timed.
Yeah, it was cool. It wasn't that low, which I hate. It drives me nuts because you lose all momentum. Like everybody's all excited and then it's just dead silence and the whole night goes right down. So he was did a very good job with the running all the music and everything. Played a lot of local bands too in between, so everybody got a good little publicity, hit there. So it was cool. I was very happy.
So seems like Tuesday's in the studio. They're finishing up the last song that they had on this round of songs. That should be out October, probably end of September, October, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I always say later because there's always something that goes on to go later.
Yep.
You're never on time when you say. So I always go, I want it here, give me 2 more weeks, and then I say it's coming out,
Yep.
You
And
get what I sent you today,
yeah, it was good. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Erica was in the studio today doing like background vocals, and Tony Mecca had her doing like everything under the sun. I mean, she must have did like every octave, every option possible. Like literally there's millions of vocals on this song. We're not going to use them all, but he's like, well, let's put them all on and then I'll find out what I want to use. So she literally sang. I mean, some of it, I send it to Albert. It sounds like the McGuire sisters. If you could just hear that, I mean, it was really impressive, man. I was sitting there like, wow, like, she was one taking it one after another. It was, it was good. It was a very positive day. We did everything in like an hour or so,
Nice. Okay, guys, so we're going to get ready to wrap up here. We'd like to thank Brent Porsche for playing the song Blood Red Rose. And I think this will be one more shot we might have next week. I think there's an extra Wednesday in this month. So, check out Synthetic World by our band, Monte Carlo, on Spotify, everywhere else. Pick up what you could. Mixtapes and tasty cakes. Thank you, 93.3 WMMR. Brent Porsche, Jackie. We'll see you guys next week.